Hey everyone! We have finally seen the new 67th episode of Skibidi Toilet, and now it's time to analyze it. Dafuq decided to break it into two parts, which means it will be just as cool as the 57th episode. Today we're going to talk about the return of the Skibidi Mafia Toilet, the new Skibidi Scientist upgrade, and most importantly, the Titans. It looks like they're alive, but who was trying to confuse the agents last episode and for what purpose? We'll try to get to the bottom of this and look at all the theories. Get your tea and snacks ready, watch until the end, you're definitely going to enjoy it, let's go. The episode begins with riding along with the other agents through the base of the Skibidi Toilets. It's not the same place from the last episode, but it's very similar. I think the Skibidi Toilet base is huge, and these are just a few of the entrances to it. Notice these huge square toilets right here. They are used as towers or fortifications, I think. Most likely the base is underground and looks like a lot of mountain tunnels and mines connected to each other. Everything around it is on fire and littered with toilets and destroyed agents. Apparently there were battles here too. The Alliance has been trying to take the base from several sides. We see Dafuq teleporting to one of the buildings in the distance, which means something interesting is about to happen here. By the way, who do you think the POV cameraman is this time? He has two rocket launchers in his hands, and he's the same height as this big cameraman. This guy also has a hypno gun, rocket launcher shells, and a jetpack behind his back. I think the POV agent has something similar. That destroyed helicopter was probably one of these. By the way, the same camera is used here as the spy toilet from episode 16. Two Skibidi Guards with machine guns try to attack our Jeep, but they fail. I think the only thing more useless than a Skibidi helicopter in this show is machine guns. We saw how the Alliance stopped making camera spiders. We saw how in last episode the gray Speakerman got a series of machine gun balls up close and didn't get a scratch on him. It's weird that these guys are still using it. The POV destroys them with a two-handed shot and we move on. There are agents lying here with spears sticking out of them, and we remember who fires these things. Apparently Skibidi Cop was already here and helped fight back. Maybe our guys in the Jeep are some kind of cleanup squad, or why they were sent here, I don't know. By the way, here we see another similarly overturned Jeep. It seems that the Alliance has some new vehicles. And here's that Skibidi Cop we were talking about. He immediately shoots two spears at the driver and our Jeep loses control. Also, the cop manages to wound our fellow, because of which he misses with one of rocket launchers and loses the second one. By the way, note that this time the big cameraman is completely robotic. POV cameraman pulls out two reloaded rocket launchers and wounds the policeman, so he decides to retreat. First of all, I didn't realize when he had time to load the rocket launchers, or he did it without looking at them. Secondly, Skibidi Cop has one spear left. Why was he scared and didn't shoot the POV with it? Okay, our guys jump off the Jeep and see Dafuq again, but in a different location. Seems like he'll be more interested in seeing what's going on from here. We'll talk about which side he's on a little bit later, so watch the video to the end. And Skibidi the cop apparently decided not to retreat but to sneak up behind us. Fortunately, our partner was attentive and threw a rocket right in his face. By the way, this cameraman is dressed unusually and pretty stylish. And then there's smoke, as if someone teleported in and an arm with a built-in acid cannon comes out of it. Apparently, the Skibidi found the agent's weak spot and decided to add as much acid to their weapons as possible. But here we could see that Skibidi Mobster was already here. Perhaps he was pretending to teleport, and the smoke is fake. The big cameraman melts down just like it was in episode 55. By the way, the explosion was caused by acid hitting the loaded rocket and the cameraman falling on it. Remember, he had a hypno gun behind his back. I don't understand why he didn't use it on the mafia guy or the cop. It sure would have been a lot more effective than a rocket. The POV fires two rockets at the imposter, but it hits right in the armored plate in the front. Well, it turns out that it's Skibidi's Mafia Toilet. Yes, that's the same mafia guy from episode 28. I laughed at him during the review because he looked weak and useless. He was also destroyed in the funniest way possible, by Titan Speakerman's smacky slap. But apparently he's been rebuilt. His face doesn't look as fresh as it used to. But he's gotten a lot of upgrades. Now the mobster has mechanical legs like Skibidi Scientist, a mechanical arm with a circular saw, and most importantly, acid cannon. But apparently the main bully is also back and ready to make his cheeks red again. Mafia guy dodges the toilet flying into his face and looks up in fear. And oh my god, the Titans are alive! We see Speakerman flying in Skibidi airplane. He seems to be feeding him with something, maybe with a knife. And here we see the Titan cameraman, he's alive too! This circular saw Skibidi wanted to sneaky attack the Titan but didn't do any damage at all. Instead, he gave cameraman his robotic arm as a replacement, and of course he got his own medicine. Skibidi Mobster flew up behind Titan at this time, cut off the remaining camera on his shoulder and doused him with acid a little bit. I guess after that acid shower right there, Titan don't give a damn about that little barrel. He's already dead inside and ready to fight till the end. I think the Titans realized who this guy is and decided to destroy him with the old-fashioned way of smacking him in the face. And it was really funny when Titan Speakerman gave him another powerful smacky slap and sent him to sleep. Cameraman gave him a nod like, "Thank you." Apparently he's badly hurt from the previous episodes and it's hard for him to fight. By the way, let's see what kind of damage the Titans took. Speakerman's cannon was broken. We saw it torn off at the end of episode 65. He was also apparently hit by shrapnel from those Skibidi kamikazes. Here they are still sticking out of him. This one is very close to the core. I think Titan got lucky. A little more and it could have hit his core and badly damaged the Speakerman. Well, what about Titan Cameraman? His main camera is broken. I think it's hard for him to navigate through a cracked lens. Also, the additional cameras on his shoulders are also destroyed. His core defenses are broken, and there are sparks around it. That's what I'm worried about. We remember that before Titan was attacked, he spent a lot of his energy on the G-Man clone. He's also missing an arm and the new shield that was attached to it. But now he has the mechanical saw arm from the Skibidi Toilet. He also has one long wing broken off, so I guess he can't fly now. And the jetpack could be damaged. We don't see it. We see a lot of shrapnel hitting cameraman from that battle, too. There's smoke right at the entrance of the base and Skibidi Scientist teleports in. Except there's one difference. His eye looks changed. It's red now. What if it's a clone, too? POV cameraman also has a jetpack. He used it to get up high to see the battle. By the way, we will see the continuation, because this is only the first part of episode. But Skibidi the Scientist worries me a lot. First of all, we've seen that regular Skibidi toilets have eyes that can turn red when they're enraged. Maybe the scientist did something to boost himself before the fight. But what if it's not a real scientist? The Titans already spent all their energy fighting a fake G-Man. I think if it's not a real scientist, the Titans might even be destroyed. Actually, I had a theory that Skibidi Scientist didn't really enlarge himself. He just created a big and strong puppet, like with the G-Man clone. I don't think such a smart character would risk his life in these battles. I also think we will see other G-Man clones in the second part of this episode. Remember when the scientist and his squad left G-Man the imposter to fight the Titans at the airport? I guess they didn't finish off the Titans there because the improved G-Man clones and a real G-Man toilet are already being prepared at the base. They obviously lured the Titans to their base to destroy them there. Once the Titans are destroyed, the Skibidi will be able to infect them and repair them as their own warriors. That said, remember how last episode we saw a green message from Dafuq? I assumed that he could have lured the special agents into a trap back then. But it could have been the other option. Look at that word right there. I thought it meant dead. But what if it's alive? Maybe Dafuq knew that Skibidi Scientist would want to misinform the agents and send them a fake photo. Dafuq may have tried to stop him and intercept that signal, but he failed. In general, there are different options. I recommend you to watch this video to better understand who Dafuq may be in this series. Also, Titan TV Man is almost ready. I think he will appear in episode 68, but we may see hints of his appearance at the end of the second part of episode 67. Who knows? I also think someone will be heroically destroyed in the upcoming battle. No way around it. It could even be Titan Cameraman. I also suggest you watch this video about G-Man if you haven't seen it. Here I show you why all the improved G-Men are different clones. It would be cool to see all the clones together in one of the episodes. By the way, my Instagram followers find out the secrets before the video is released on YouTube. Also join my Discord server. Watch these videos. There are also a lot of interesting things. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and put a like. Write in the comments what I missed in this episode analysis. And that was me, ISOTOILET. See ya.